Good morning, campers, and welcome back to Camp Chat. My guest today is Jake, and in a minute we'll do an introduction and talk about how we met. There's no topic or agenda for Camp Chat. We're just going to see what comes up as if we were talking around the campfire. All right, Jake, you want to do an introduction?
Yeah.
Off we go.
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Jake Futch. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. This is my very first podcast, and I'm very excited to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here. What's your perspective on how we met?
Very, very unorthodox because you and Andrew are just so far apart. You know, Andrew was just this like huge party guy, and then you came. I think it was to Eptic was the very first night that we met. It was either Eptic or AT Aliens, and you were just so reserved. You were so reserved, and you were like, "I just want to go to Andy C, man."
That was AT Aliens.
Yeah, no, it was super cool to see you hate dubstep back then, and now you're like kind of getting into it a little bit.
I do not like AT Aliens. For the viewers, sorry. AT Aliens is an artist that does electronic dance music. Eptic is another artist. Andy C is another artist. And dubstep and drum and bass are types of electronic dance music that we listen to, and we have a ongoing sort of conversation about which type we prefer more. And yeah, so that night we went to AT Aliens and I was miserable. It was just, I did not like the music. And I went to Andy C after that, so a different artist. And I wish I was begging Andy to come, and probably you, because you know who opened for Andy C? I don't know if you remember.
Oh, who was it?
1991.
Yo, seriously?
And it was Ed Rush and Optical before that. For
Oh,
the
that's
viewers, these
sick.
are all just very artists that we really enjoy. It was awesome. 1991 was insane, and then Andy C. He was like a 2-hour set. He just went absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
I still haven't seen Andy C. He's on my white whale list. Like I have to see him bad.
I saw him at a festival last summer, and not only did I see him, I met him and I gave him a duck.
No way.
I
That's
did.
awesome.
And he said,
Yeah.
"Oh, I love a friggin' duck." He did like dab me up. It was great. He's
With
like
the
five
British
foot five or
accent and
something. He's
everything.
just like a little guy, but he's super intense.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Yeah, I saw you you did that to Andy C, and then at EDC you had given one to Sub Focus, which
I did.
that was super cool.
I
Because I
did.
was right there in the crowd and you couldn't find me.
That's right.
I was looking for you.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. So EDC, Electronic Daisy Carnival, biggest EDM festival, certainly in America, maybe in the world. There's a lot of debate. There's another big festival in Europe that kind of go back and forth, and who has more people. But yeah, we were at that super small stage,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And
it was very tiny.
it was Culture Shock. It was Culture Shock set, and Subfocus and Dimension were just hanging out back like behind the stage. And I don't know where you were because I was right in the front, the very front, directly under Culture Shock. I could have hit him with a duck, but it's all cool. Yeah, all good. That's how it goes at these things.
Yeah, I remember being in the back, and it was Culture Shock, and he was playing his own thing, and like the last 30 minutes of his set, all four of them got up there, and just started slinging it right before they went on. I think it was either main stage or the secondary stage, and they
Yeah,
all did.
it wasn't main stage. They went on Cosmic Meadow.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
right.
very
That's right.
big stage. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing worship, and that was like such an incredible experience. Yeah.
Calvin was there too, and then Subfocus did his own set. Oh, what a great experience! I'm so happy I went out there.
Yeah, Step Focus did his set at Circuit Grounds, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was great too. I
He
think that was
dropped.
the only set I went to at that stage.
Yeah, Coven played there too. I'm not sure if she opened for him or if she went the previous night. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. I was at Coven as well.
Yeah.
My first time seeing Coven was in Salt Lake City like a couple of years ago. I had
How was that?
no idea who she was, and I went, and she actually opened for Delta Heavy in Salt Lake City.
Oh, That's my dream.
And
The
I
first
had
ever,
no
the
idea. I
first
had no
ever
idea
set.
who
Yeah,
these people were.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, I know that it was such a good set. And
When
I met so many of my friends that are still friends today because of drum and bass.
do you remember what year that was?
Mm, it was for a festival. I think it was 23. I think it was a festival called Get Lucky in Salt Lake City, and I think it was 2023, either 2022 or 2023. So, yeah.
That's
And
pretty
I went
cool.
by myself. That was my very first solo fest.
So this is really interesting parallel because in 2022, as my viewers have heard this story a dozen times, in 2022 I went to my first festival, and the first two sets I ever saw for electronic dance music ever was Coven and then Delta Heavy right after. And I had
Really
no clue who anyone was, let alone them. I knew nothing, and I went alone.
interesting. Yeah,
Subtronics played. I didn't know who that was. Uh, who was the other big name there? Just like huge recognizable names, and I was just like,
right.
I don't know who these people are.
Spectronics was my very first EDM artist to see.
Nice.
This is that's actually really a really cool parallel because I had no idea who Subtronics was or what dubstep was, and I saw him here in New Orleans, and I went so hard towards the end of the show. I had to go find the paramedic people, and they had to put they had to put the oxygen thing on it. On my Instagram,
Wow.
there's a picture of me with the oxygen thing, and I'm just like I have a patch beat over my head, and I'm cooked out.
That's what the
I was
Pashmin is for.
yeah.
When you're
I
done,
was
this is
exhausted.
the undone.
Yeah, dude. A lot of people don't understand like what a pashmina really can be because I think it's such a cool like little invention. It can be used for so many different things,
I keep discovering new uses for it. I just discovered a
right?
new use for it last week.
Hmm. What was that new use?
My girlfriend was like, "Oh, you could use it like this," and I was like, mind blown.
Yeah. My favorite use for a pashmina was I went to go see Super Future at somewhere in Denver, and the day before I had really hurt my ankle and I was like kind of sprained. And so my friend Christian, he took a pashmina and he like made a makeshift ankle brace with the pashmina, and that worked a treat. I was good for the entire night.
There's another new use. I never even
Yeah,
thought of that, like a sling
yeah,
or a
exactly,
sort of a
exactly.
brace. That's
You really
crazy.
can do anything with the pashmina. It's great, especially the ones that are like super thick. I love the thick ones because you can have them in winter.
Yeah, this one is quite thick. It's almost too thick for summer, but not quite. It's wool, so it still breathes, but
Nice.
it's definitely winter.
That
Yeah.
looks like one of those stash munas.
What is it?
Have you heard of the stash muna?
What's a stash mina?
Dude, so it's a pashmina, right? And on either ends of the pashmina, there's a hidden pocket, a hidden zipper
Oh,
pocket.
brilliant.
And people always just put the pockets on the inside, and they're just walking through security with whatever.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I have so many pockets on my rave jacket, which you're gonna get. Oh, you saw it. You saw it at Base Canyon.
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I saw all the patches and everything. Yeah, that was sick.
I've added a couple more, but yeah.
What else did you get? Is it still EDM patches, or is it kind of anything and everything?
You know, since I saw you, I actually rotated out many of my
Really?
patches. I had patches on there that were references to substances. Just kind of funny. It was funny to me to
Yeah.
wear those sprays and stuff. I took all those off. Um, yeah. So that's the main change. Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
Pull it out real quick.
Yeah. It's right here. This thing has nine pockets in it.
Whoa.
So I used to have I Love Sobriety here, and I replaced it with I Love Hugs. Because I was getting weird reactions from I Love Sobriety. people would
Really?
they would like be like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you," with like all this pity, you know, like I'm gonna relapse at any second. They're like, "This is so good for you. Stay strong." I'm like,
Oh, that's
it's
hilarious,
actually
actually.
fine, because they assume the worst,
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah." I got my Naxxlon patch,
Nice.
and I have the Naxxlon right here. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I I think it's
Narcan.
national.
Narcan. I got the Narcan right here.
Nice.
Uh, and this is here because of you. At EDC, the first thing you did
Let's
was you took me
go.
over to the aid tent, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Take these Narcan." And we did the
Yeah.
training about how to
Yeah.
use it, and I haven't had to use it yet. But
I still try and
uh,
do that for every festival I go to, no matter who I'm with. Like everyone's got to
yeah,
go get Narcan. At least a little like refresher. And
yeah,
they give you free Narcan, so
might
win
as
win.
well. It's expensive. It's like $20 for
I
one little thing.
know it's very expensive.
We got the Camp Free Hugs logo here.
Nice. Is
I
that a
designed
logo?
this. This is my design.
That dude, that's awesome.
I created this.
That's really cool.
His
I
name,
like the little duck down there.
yeah, his name is Patrick, and it's unknown whether he's hallucinating the duck or not. It's an open debate.
I like to think he is.
And then, so I'm collecting signatures here on the back.
Yeah.
I've got Delta Heavy, obviously. Andy C. Oh, I got Aeon mode since the last time I saw you.
Oh, really?
And Sub Focus.
Yeah, I'm not jealous at all. I'm not jealous at all.
There's only two more artists I want, and then I'm cutting it off. Oh, I got Coven too. Coven's on there too.
Wait, so what other two artists?
Culture
The
Shock
main
and Fox Stevenson.
Fox Stevenson. That's a good one.
And dude, he was here at Philly, and I had tickets, and I was 45 minutes from the show, and then you good?
Oh my god, I think the recording stops. Oh
It's
my
okay.
god.
Is
No, so
that what it says?
somebody connected some AirPods and the iPad connected to the AirPods. So
Bro,
sorry about that. I turned the Bluetooth off. My my
does it does it
my apologies.
okay? Does it still okay? So the recording did not stop. It's just the sound, maybe.
I mean, it's saying for me that we're at 30 seconds again,
30
and
seconds.
it brought up a notification that said the recording had stopped because your audio source had changed.
Okay, but so it restarted.
For me, it did.
Okay, yeah, mine was not interrupted. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
okay, cool. Okay, cool, cool.
I think we're good. It might
And
even
if
automatically.
anything, yeah, if anything, you could just like stitch them together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
It
sure you
might
know how
even
to
do
do
that
that.
automatically. So,
Okay, okay, cool. Well, I got a little worried for a second.
what were we talking about?
Um, we were
Oh,
talking
Fox
about
Stevenson.
Fox Stevenson.
Fox
Yes, yes,
Stevenson.
yes.
I had two tickets, and I was going to go with my girlfriend uh, in Philly. I was 45 minutes. We were about to leave, like walk out the door, and we just looked at each other, and we were like, "I don't really want to go," because
Oh
we were
no.
so tired. It was so cold. There was the ice, and so we
Yeah.
just made a decision because I was only there for a couple days, and we didn't really want to drive all the way in, and then so. Sadly, I missed my chance to see him. And then he played in DC the next night, and I missed that too because I forgot about it. I failed. Oh, I failed so badly. But you know what? I'm gonna see Fox Stevenson when the time is right for me to see him. So that will happen.
Yeah, I've definitely done that a couple times where there's an artist that I really really want to see. It happened more whenever I was dating Lexi. That I would want to go to a show super bad, and she didn't want to go, so neither of us went, or vice versa. She wanted to go really bad, and I didn't want to go. So we both just missed so many good shows and so many
Uh,
opportunities,
that's a
and that
tough.
was and that was like prime living in Denver and like going to shows like
Oh my
every
gosh,
weekend.
Denver's incredible. I'm
Yeah.
so jealous. We pretty much get nothing at all here, really, to speak of.
I've been seeing a couple of lineups that have a DC stop.
And they just closed the smaller venue. There's only two venues in DC, really. They closed the smaller one, which was where a lot of the artists that I like came through. They do drum and bass probably once a month. And now it's just the huge Echo Stage venue, and they don't book drum and bass. They booked Worship a couple of years ago, and because they're huge, and that was it.
Hmm.
So pretty
So
buns, bro. That's what my
yeah,
daughter says. That's buns, bro.
I put they stay on Adventure Time. My
Oh yeah,
favorite
that's
show
right.
ever.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
I
that.
love that show with all my heart.
Oh yeah, I've seen every episode for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm rewatching it right now, and I think I'm on like season 4 or something. But like
It's
to
so,
me, like all the seasons are just like blended into one coherent story.
of course,
I
and
just know back to back.
they've got hints at the very end. You watch it again, and you pick up all these little hints and Easter
Yeah,
eggs and stuff like that don't become relevant until 8 seasons later. It's pretty
yeah,
cool.
no, it's great. I think it's such a well created story. I think the characters have like great development. And also, it's a children's show, but there's so much lore and there's so much behind like each episode that people don't really realize. And I think that's why it's my favorite show because there's so much more to it than just on the surface.
It has many levels. I can't disagree.
Many,
I've
many.
seen most. I've seen most of the episodes probably twice.
Yeah. And it's also just like super funny. Have you been watching sitcoms and stuff lately?
What got me into Adventure Time was a clip of Jake in the treehouse, and he's singing. Let me see if I can remember it. This was stuck in my head for years. Oh, making bacon pancakes, baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
Yeah.
You take the bacon, put it in the pancakes, bacon
Hey,
pancakes.
that's what it's gonna make.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna make. Yeah,
Oh,
and
I
I
see
and I,
a
and I
lot of
was like, that's so cool.
times.
I had never even heard of the
Yeah.
show, and then I looked it up, and from the very first episode, I was like, dude, this is so cool. Yeah.
Do your kids watch it?
So I've tried to get them into it several times. Their show, have you heard of Steven Universe?
I have, yeah, I have.
So that was created by a woman named Rebecca Sugar, who did a lot of the music in the early seasons of Adventure Time.
Okay.
And it's a lot similar to Adventure Time, but it's a lot more, it's a lot less, more wholesome. I would say wholesome. And so that's the kids' show. They love that show. They've
Yeah,
seen the whole thing probably 6 times. They were just watching it the other night.
nice.
And there's so many good morals and lessons in there. And I honestly think it's contributed to the people that they are. Like, I honestly do think that.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
I've always thought Steven Universe was just like another one of those. It's like random like teenager shows, I guess.
It's
But I
definitely not random. It's very intentional. It's beautiful.
okay, yeah,
I would recommend just giving it a shot if you do have
yeah,
time.
definitely. I love shows like that. Have you seen such a dumb show. It's called We Bear Bears, and
Sorry,
it's about it's
say it again.
We Bear Bears.
We Bear Bears? How do you
We
spell that?
Bear We Bears.
Oh, got it.
It's about
Like small bears.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's about a panda, a polar bear, and a grizzly bear, and they're just like walking around living life, and it is the funniest dynamic in cartoons I think that there is out there. It's on Cartoon Network as well. I bet your kids have heard of it.
I'm
It
definitely
is
gonna check it out.
yeah, it is so funny. You know, I actually made bacon pancakes one time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, they are freaking delicious.
Because of the show or just
Yeah,
randomly?
yeah.
That's funny.
I've I've always sang the song, but like once I got into cooking, I think it was like 2 years ago, and I was watching it in Adventure Time, and that episode came on, and I was like, I can do that. And the next morning, I got some pancake mix, and I got bacon, and I
How was
took
it?
bacon and I put it in a pancake, and it was great. It was fantastic. I put a little bit of syrup in the middle too, like a little big McGriddle situation.
Okay.
And it was great.
Did you sing the song while you were making it?
You know I did. You know I did. I've been cooking a lot recently, just since I've been back in Louisiana. I've been
Yeah,
cooking.
me too. Tell me.
Oh, really? What do you
Yeah,
cook?
a lot. We cook 2 or 3 times a week. We don't
Oh,
really eat
nice.
out anymore.
Yeah.
We've made fried chicken sandwiches from scratch. Like we actually make the batter, fry the chicken with a big oil in the cast iron.
Nice.
Hamburgers, salmon. I mean, you name it, we've made it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
My daughter Ayana, who's 13, has actually started cooking on her own completely. She'll just make family dinner for us,
oh,
like
that's awesome.
from grocery stuff from the grocery store. And I'm like, "Do you need some help?" And she's like, "Nope." She puts in her AirPods and plays heavy metal, and she's just in there for an hour cooking away, and then it's delicious.
Dang, that's awesome. Gotta teach them young.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How about you?
I've been doing a lot of like wild game because I've been hunting a lot, and my dad's been going hunting a
Oh,
lot.
that's so cool.
Yeah. So
I've
I've been
never done
cooking.
that.
Oh, dude, it's so fresh. Like you can actually taste the difference in the
I'm
meats.
sure you can.
Yeah. I went to Covington. It's a city near New Orleans last Sunday, and I went on a pheasant and quail hunt where they have two dogs, and the dogs walk around this property with like tall grass, and they have one dog that smells the bird, and he'll like point to it, and he'll just like stay there, and then the second dog goes up and scares the bird so it flies up, and then we just shoot him, and we did that on Sunday. We came home with I think it was 15 pheasants and like 50 quail or something, and I made quail
50?
pop 50. Yeah, we killed it. There was no limit on how many we could do,
There must be
and
so much quail out there. If there's no
dude,
limit, there
it's
must just be teeming
ridiculous.
hordes.
It is ridiculous how much quail is out there, and there would be more, but like actively, you can see the hawks and eagles like over there. They'll like dive
Just
and pick
feeding,
up the quail
just.
and just take them. I saw that happen like 2 times during the hunt.
That's amazing. There's been a falcon stuck in our garage for 4 days.
Stuck in the garage.
Yeah, in our
You
parking garage in our building.
just open the garage and let them fly out.
The door has been open the entire time. It will
Oh,
not fly out. It refuses. I think it's because it has to go down a little bit, maybe.
hmm.
Like, I'm not sure. It will fly right up to the door and roost above it. I have a plan. I'm going to try and get it out. Animal control said they won't come out because they said, quote, if it can get in, it can get out on its own. So
I
there's a
mean,
second there's
it's
a
so
second
hot.
garage door. There's a second garage door that closes automatically, but it goes up a little bit higher. So I'm
Hmm.
going to wedge that open, and then I'm going to take my hiking stick, and I'm going to go chase the falcon around and try to get it to fly out.
Bro, please record that and send it to me. I
Oh,
would
that's a
love to
good
see.
idea.
I would love to see you
I
chasing
hadn't
the
even thought of
falcon.
recording it. That's a
That
really good idea,
would be hilarious to see.
especially if it dive bombs me.
For real. I've been having to so we have a bunch of chickens over here, and sometimes they don't like to go in their coop at night, so I have to like go around chasing them and like catching them all over the yard. And dude, they are like surprisingly fast.
I tried to catch a chicken once. Zero
Like
chance.
like they
Zero
can move.
chance.
They can move.
And they always know where you are. It's
Yeah.
not like you can sneak up on them.
The only chance you have is if like they're like sleeping and roosting on something. You have to like army crawl behind them and just take them. It's such a hassle.
What if you corner
But
them?
for farm fresh eggs every day, I think it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got an Airbnb once that was on like a property that had a chicken farm. And so part of the Airbnb duties was we had to go out and harvest all the eggs every morning and also feed the chickens. That was pretty fun.
Did you get to eat? Did you get to eat any eggs?
Oh, absolutely. We ate all of them.
And they taste so much better, right?
Yeah,
Like so much better than store bought. I think.
absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you refrigerate something for, a week, like you're definitely going to lose some flavor. Yeah.
I've been trying to get my dad to buy some ducks and geese so he can start eating those eggs too. But
Some goose eggs.
he's not
Are
about
they
it.
bigger? Are they bigger?
Dude, they're like that big.
What?
Have you never heard of like the golden goose egg? It's like that freaking big. It's
I thought
ginormous.
the golden goose, like from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't think that was a realistically sized goose egg. I thought it was exaggerated.
I mean, I think it's a little exaggerated, but it's definitely bigger than this can.
Wow.
100%.
I knew they were bigger, but I was thinking like maybe 50% bigger, maybe just a little bit bigger.
I guess it depends on the goose because I've seen geese about this big,
I,
and I've seen geese
yeah.
much bigger than that.
I mean, I've never seen one, so I wouldn't know. So how do you just like make a whole omelet out of that? Have you ever cooked up a goose egg?
Yeah, I have, and you can do a lot with it. It's hard to do like a sunny side up egg because it takes up first of all it takes up the whole pan, and second of all it's hard to get the heat from that to the top because it's so big.
Right.
So
Yeah.
usually you would do it as like a scramble or like fried rice or something.
Yeah, that makes
Because
sense.
yeah, but the quail eggs too are those are my favorite kind of eggs. They're like this
Those are really
big.
small.
They're,
Yeah.
they're super tiny, and dude, they're so good.
So
They're amazing.
you crack them all individually, just carefully.
Yeah, you just go like
Wow.
they're very small, but
Do you guys have any animals?
yeah, we have two dogs and like 20 chickens.
Okay.
And we have about five pigeons as well, but we've been trying to kill the pigeons because they poop everywhere and we're done with them. So I've been
You're
like
trying to
hunting.
kill the pigeons?
Well, yeah, because first of all, they're eating all the chicken food, and they're pooping everywhere. The chickens go and they poop in their coop, or they'll poop in the grass. But the pigeons, there's one spot above our little patio area where there's a cross beam, and the pigeons love to sit right there, and that sits directly below like the
Oh,
seating area.
so
So
is
they
it-
poop all over the seating area, and it gets all nasty.
are these pigeons that you own?
Yes. So,
What's the problem with killing them? Take out 22 out there.
take a 22 out there.
Yeah, shoot the pigeons.
That's what I do, but I can't find them because they hide nowadays because they know we're after them.
They
I haven't seen a pigeon in like 5 days, and we have a couple.
So they sneak out and eat the feed and poop everywhere and then
Yeah,
go back into hiding.
I bet they're flying at night or something.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. The pigeon war. It's like the
For
emu
real.
war. Have you heard of the emu war in Australia?
The evening war.
The emu war. Like emus,
Oh
those big birds that are like
yeah,
ostriches.
yeah.
The emu war.
Is there a war on emus?
There was in like about 100 years ago.
How did that work? Like, what do you mean war on
So,
emus?
so
Like
the
humans and
emu,
emus fighting each other?
so the emus were breeding and spreading everywhere, and the ranchers were complaining that these emus were like stampede their fences and eat all their crops and stuff. They're just rampant. So the government felt pressured to get involved. So they sent the army out there. And the idea was the army would use their machine guns and vehicles and all the tactics
What?
and all the tactics. This is like World War One veterans, you know. They just defeated the Germans. They're ready to go get these emos. And they drove around for I don't know how long it was. It might have been weeks, trying to gun down these emus and find them. And it was a completely futile exercise. The emos could hear them coming miles away and would just clear out. They might have killed a handful, and finally they just had to give up. The Great
Dude,
Emu
that's
War.
hilarious. That is so funny. Good for the emus.
You're in the same position right now.
Yeah, I am. Pigeon versus human war.
So
You know,
tell me about
a
your.
lot of people. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I say a lot of people surprisingly eat pigeon. I think
I
that
have
is
heard that.
I think that is
I
that
can't
baffles
imagine it's very tasty.
that baffles me. I feel like it would just taste gross. You
I've
know.
eaten many, many different types of animals, and my conclusion is that there's a reason why chickens and cows and pigs reign supreme as far as
Yeah.
stock animals.
What was the weirdest animal that you've eaten?
Crocodile.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll love me some crocodile.
I've had
But,
I mean, most of these weird animals were encountered at a single restaurant in Kenya, where they just bring you. They
what?
base yeah, in Nairobi. They bring you essentially every. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse with those. They shave it off. They bring you
Yeah.
essentially every type of meat native to Africa that's not endangered yet, and you get to eat it.
Is bison endangered or are bison endangered?
In Africa,
Yes,
are you talking about like the wildebeest?
I think
Uh,
so. I guess I don't know what a bison is.
what's a bison to you?
A bison is like that big, like husky, like long hair animal with the horns.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are American. You find those a lot in America. I have had that, and
Oh, okay.
that is delicious. I do like
Well,
bison.
well, then what's the one in Africa? Water buffalo?
You've got water buffalo. Yes, that's more like Asia. Wildebeest is what you see a lot of
Oh, okay.
wildebeest, and they're
Have you
sort of
had
like the
that before?
closest thing. This is probably like the closest thing to a cow I think that you would see.
Okay.
They got the horns and kind of like a sort of oh my god, I gotta find a better. Okay, sorry for the viewers. This is the first time I've recorded on my phone, and it's propped up against my computer, and I'm gonna find a better solution next time. So apologies.
Have you had some wildebeest?
I have, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
terrible, terrible.
Dude, I feel like wildebeest is stranger than crocodile. I feel like crocodile is pretty. I wouldn't say pretty common, but I feel like there are way weirder things in crocodile.
Especially in New Orleans, right?
I mean, especially in Kenya.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I feel like there are way more
Um,
weird things in Kenya than crocodile.
so maybe zebra. Would
You've
that
had
strike you?
zebra?
Yeah, would that strike you as weird?
What? Yeah, that is definitely stranger than crocodile.
Let me look up the menu.
Oh, dude, that's
Carnivore
crazy.
menu, Nairobi. There we go. Meat's
We have a
back on
zebra,
the
bro.
menu, boys. My girlfriend is pescatarian, so I've kind of been adjusting my cooking a little bit.
Is that the fish one?
Yeah,
So they can have fish and vegetables, but just not red meat.
and dairy products.
No dairy.
No, no, no. Dairy is allowed. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
All
So
right, you ready for this?
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
We've got ostrich and ox balls. This is a significantly reduced menu compared to what they offered us. Interesting. Maybe it's rotating. I see a different picture. It says ostrich and crocodile. I think that maybe it's just like whatever they can get, you know.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Ostrich.
I don't think it gets much weirder than ostrich or or
What is
zebra.
what does ostrich taste like?
Kind of like chicken.
I- That's how pheasant is. Surprisingly, like pheasant is like almost identical to chicken.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit better. What was
You want to talk?
what
You
was
want to tell me
zebra
about
like?
your? No, go ahead. Sorry.
So what was zebra like?
Oh, it's bad. It's very stringy.
I bet. I bet.
The crocodile was by far the worst. It
Uh,
was just
but
bristly. It was all fat. It was pretty nasty.
you must have not had the right cut because I love like crocodile is one of my favorite proteins ever.
Now, are you sure it's
Well,
crocodile and not
I guess it would be alligator down here.
alligator? Yeah.
But I mean, how different can the meats be?
I don't know. Those alligators get pretty plump.
Mm. Yeah, we used to do gator nuggets at the Cajun restaurant that I worked at back in the day. And we would do like sauce gator nuggets, and that was great.
That does sound pretty good. When I visited New Orleans, we did a gator tour. They took you out in the river,
Oh,
and
nice.
we fed marshmallows to the alligators. Dude, there were so many alligators. It
That's
was
dangerous.
hundreds and hundreds of
Dude,
mostly baby alligators. I didn't realize there would be that many.
Dude, apparently alligators get like freaking 10 feet big. Like that
Yeah,
is like
I
what are you gonna do if
believe that.
if you're just out in nature and you see a 10 foot alligator like crawling its way towards you?
Not
What
very much.
what do you do besides die?
You just die. You can wrestle it. What about those alligator wrestlers?
Dude, I can never do that. They must have a death wish or something.
How does that
Or
even work? Oh, I've heard that they can close their jaws, but they're not very good at opening them. So as long as you can get around their jaw and get it shut, they will be unable to open it. I think that's kind of. But then what do you do?
I mean,
It's not like you can. It's not
not
like
much
you
to
can
go from
kill it.
there. As soon as you let go, he's gonna snap at you.
Yeah, you're done.
But really, I think that a lot of those alligators are a little bit more domesticated than wild ones
I think
there's no way like a normal Joe can just walk up to a wild alligator and just like that. It sounds a little too crazy for me.
I will go on record and I would safely say that 100% of the alligators being wrestled are pets who are pretty much
Yeah.
harmless.
I mean, it's still super cool to wrestle an alligator,
Sure.
but
You never know. I mean, they do get hurt. You do hear about
yeah,
these guys who get their arm bit off by, yeah.
I've been watching a lot of videos about people like just catching random snakes. I've been loving snakes recently,
Okay.
and there's this one guy specifically who would just walk around like shirtless and just pick up a black mamba or like a king cobra or something. He'll dive and he'll pick it up and he'll like look at it, give it a little kiss. It's crazy.
Is he just really good at controlling the head? Like he
I
knows where to
think
grab
so.
it? Is that how it works? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, even if those snakes were pets, I mean, that's still like a black mamba that he's just like holding right there in his face.
Even yeah, I mean even a pet, you never really know. I mean, they're
Yeah.
animals. But a dog, if it bites you by instinct, is not going to kill you, probably. You know?
You seem like the type to have had a pet snake back in the day.
Uh, oh, as a kid, like growing up,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had gerbils.
Oh, nice.
That was my thing.
Yeah, I love gerbils.
Yeah.
I had one for a year. Or no, it might have been a hamster. It was one of the two.
Did it
But
have a tail?
it did have a tail.
Gerbil.
Okay. Well, it was he was albino, and we called him Mr. White.
Nice.
And
With the red eyes.
yeah,
I
yeah.
had one. I had an albino at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick, sick. But yeah, apparently, I let him out one day, and I didn't know that he went underneath this pillow, and I sat down on the pillow because I don't know he was there. And like 5 hours later, I'm up and I'm looking around for this gerbil, and I can't find him anywhere. So I'm freaking out. And then my mom ends up
Oh,
like fluffing the pillow on the couch, and he's right there, gone. She's like, Jacob Fudge. Yeah, that was
was he
like
okay?
no, no, he was not okay. No, he was not. I don't mean to laugh, but it's terrible. Yeah, he
Poor
died.
Mr. White.
Poor Mr. White.
Oh.
Yeah.
How
Ooh.
do you pronounce your last name?
Futch.
Hutch?
Futch.
I would not
Fuck.
have guessed that.
Futch.
If
Yeah.
I had 100 attempts, I would not have guessed that.
A lot of people say fuked. or like
That
foot.
is what I would have said. Yeah.
I mean, so that's more accurate if you're trying to say it in German because my last name is German. So if it were in German, it'd be like Fucht or Feucht, something like that. Um, yeah,
Here in America, it's Futch.
here in America.
You're the Futch's name.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble for saying "what the fletch" instead of actual word.
When I was a kid, I would say Jesus, and then
Jesus.
I'd get Jesus, and I get in trouble, and then I'd say I'm not saying Jesus, I'm saying Jesus.
Yeah, didn't you and Andy grow up Catholic?
Evangelical Nazarene.
That's a new one.
All three of us, Andy, Peter, and myself.
I keep on forgetting you. There's a third
I
fell
know.
brother.
I was gonna say, do
I
you know
always
there's another
forget that.
fell brother?
Dude, I thought Andrew was lying to me at first because I saw a picture of you three, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And he was like, "That's my brother." And I was like, "Yeah, I see your brother, but who's the other guy?" He's like,
uh,
"My brother." I'm like, you don't have another brother." I thought he
that's
was
so
lying to me.
funny. He's been in
Yeah.
Germany for 3 years, so
Oh, nice. What is he doing out there?
he's a helicopter pilot for the Army.
Oh, sick. That's awesome.
He's about to retire, and he should be back in the States this year.
Sick.
So it'll be nice to have him around again.
Yeah. That's his
He's gonna,
his 4 years done, or is he going back?
no, he's done. He only has like a year left.
Okay.
So they're gonna put him up at some base where he doesn't really have, he's not gonna fly again.
Yeah.
So he'll just finish up his 20 years and then he'll get out. He's not sure where he wants to live yet. He's a good guy. I'm hoping he'll settle somewhere in Colorado, so he'll be around a lot, but we'll see.
Mhm. And it goes Peter, you, and then Andrew.
So I'm 4 years older than Peter, and I'm 6 years older than Andy.
Okay, so it goes you, Peter, Andy.
Yes.
Okay, I almost got that wrong for a second. I was like, is that a math word problem or something?
Sorry, I didn't answer your question. You were expecting an answer to your question, and I just gave you a bunch of numbers. My bad.
I, I figured it out though.
When
No,
people try and spell when people try and spell something to me, like spell out the letters, I go completely blank.
me
Like I
too,
just
me
black
too,
out.
me too. That's how I am with like audible directions. If they're like take a left and then a right and then go straight for 5 miles, I'm like I go straight the entire time. I
Yeah,
forget anything and everything.
I can handle one. I can handle one direction.
Yeah,
Anything else,
give me
gone.
one at a time. Yeah. That also doesn't really help me in a kitchen. You know, like I have to know 4 or 5 orders at the same time, and there are so many
Right.
times where like I need to drop something right now, and
Right.
I just forget about it. And like 5 minutes later, chef's like, "Jake, where the hell is it?" And I'm like, "Oh," and I gotta go do it.
I'm the same way. I could never work in a restaurant or as a bartender or anything where I had to juggle all that stuff because
Yeah.
I just drop things. I'm
Yeah.
so much better at tasks where I can just focus in on one thing for a long time.
See, that's what I'm trying to transition over into, but I just can't. I can't figure out what I want to do. That's that's not working in the kitchen, but also I stay busy with my hands and stuff.
What are you doing? What are you doing now for work?
Cooking. It's
At
just
the
stuff
at
like
this
that.
restaurant?
Sorry?
At the restaurant that you mentioned?
No, a different restaurant. I worked at that one before I moved to Denver. Yeah, but now I'm just at this like little small mom and pop restaurant. I also work at a fruit stand sometimes. I'll just go and like volunteer, sell fruit to people. It's pretty cool.
Only Denver.
Sometimes I have one of my buddies. He comes over with his decks, and if there's like nobody at the fruit stand, we'll set up the decks, set up some speakers, and let's like mix to ourselves. It's
So these
great.
like it's like a DJ deck where you're mixing together
Yeah.
music and
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's sick.
Yeah. It took me a long, long time, but I finally found people out here that mixed that don't support base nectar, and
Wait,
I'm
so
finally
that
started.
it was hard to find like the overlap of those
Sorry.
two. So not only people who mix, but also
Oh
don't
yeah,
support base nectar. Those two things were hard to
yeah.
find together.
I mean, apparently in Louisiana, that is.
Is that where he's from or something?
I don't think so. I think he's from like North Carolina or something. But the EDM scene is very very small here. So like everyone kind of knows everybody, and everybody kind of thinks the same way. And I guess it's just the way that they are. Like they think that just because the criminal charges were dropped against Lauren, that it's okay. But I don't support that. I don't agree with that. So yeah, it took me a couple of months to find a group that could also say that they don't support base nectar.
That's good. I'm glad you found your
Yeah.
people.
Which I don't think that should be too hard to find. Because they're the only people I've ever met that still listen to them. I've never seen that anywhere else, especially not in Denver.
I know somebody personally who said they can verify the allegations.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm positive, and it was multiple accounts too.
I don't want to talk about base nectar if you don't
That's
mind.
good. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I don't get
That's
to
funny.
talk.
That's funny because I told that story about the toe eating guy.
Oh my god, yeah.
So for the viewers, there's this show called uh, That's Florida Man or Florida Man, something like that, and they dramatize these real life stories of things that happen to people in Florida. And one of the stories is this guy who was gonna take money to eat someone else's toes, and he was taking that money because he wanted to go see Bass Nectar. This is before the allegations, and I was telling that story to you guys, to like our drum and bass group, and I thought that you would appreciate this story because just because Bass Nectar was involved. And then it was proposed that we call our group chat the Toe Chompers.
No
Now
choppers.
and now we tell the story to people. And then Andy was like, we can't tell that story because anytime somebody mentions Bass Nectar, the entire conversation drops and all anybody will talk about is Bass Nectar. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what
yeah,
just happened to us.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do for work, if you don't mind me asking?
I want to do something in environmental science. I want to be out and surveying the land or surveying some water, and just making sure it's good and safe, and making sure that we as humans aren't, screwing ourselves over as much.
That's
But
very so you have some values around your work. Like you want your
oh
work to
yeah,
mean something.
definitely. I don't want to be doing just stuff that doesn't really matter. I'm not saying cooking doesn't matter because I'm feeding people,
Yeah.
but I want to do something that like leaves a mark. I want to actually do something. But the only problem is that it's a lot of school, and school is very expensive.
Is there no other way to get into that field, like an apprenticeship, or maybe you could work in an office that does that kind of thing?
Well, there are a couple of companies out here. One is Louisiana's Wildlife and Fisheries, and the other one that I'm really interested in is called Duck Unlimited. And what they do is they specialize in one, duck hunting, and two, more importantly, is conservation of the wetlands of Louisiana. And so if I wanted to, I could go apply for like a temp job or a volunteer job there. But I can't do anything. I can't like really study, or I can't really like learn how to work the equipment or like learn the software and stuff until I get my degree. Which I'm not sure what the degree is. I think one is biology, and
We're talking
two,
a college degree.
yes, I'm talking about a college degree.
So there's no like permanent positions there unless you have a degree.
Not that I've seen, but I
Yeah.
again I didn't look insanely hard because college is still a bit far away from me.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean I'm sure there is a way for me to get my foot in the door without a college degree. Um, but I want to be making money while I do it, so I don't think at least right now, I don't think an internship is the best idea for me.
Yeah, maybe not full time. That would be a
Yeah,
big commitment.
because I am trying to save up to move back to Denver soon.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
of course. I don't. You know, I thought that I would leave Denver. I thought I would get over it, but it's living in Louisiana and then going to Denver, and then coming back to Louisiana. It's making me appreciate Denver just so much more, and especially the mountains, dude. Like the mountains is the best part because over here, if I want to go on a hiking trail, you know, it's all like swampy and it's gross and it's like completely wooded areas. But in Denver, you just go like 5 minutes down the road, and it's like the most beautiful scenic lake with like beautiful mountains and pine trees. You got a wolf howling in the background. Like it's perfect.
I thought about moving to Denver when I needed to move out of Seattle, or when I was thinking about moving out of Seattle. The only other place I would have moved besides here would have been Denver.
So why'd you pick there instead of Denver?
My kids are here.
No. Yeah, I guess that'll do it.
Maybe someday. I could see where like the kids are off on their own, you know,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty much, you know, when I'm riding solo
yeah.
without dependence, then maybe that'd be pretty rad if the three of us were like in 10 years, you know,
That would be sick.
maybe more like 15. If we're
That'd be
all
super
out there
sick.
together, still going to, well, I was gonna say Red Rocks, but that's a Buns venue, bro.
That's
Uh,
a
Mich
what venue?
a Buns venue.
No, it's not,
It's a
dude.
concert. It's a concert venue.
But
It's
dude,
not.
the shows like the raves that I've been to there, they're not like really raves, but
They're
they're
not
it's
raves at
but
all.
but it's
They're
such a unique
concerts.
it's such a unique and different thing like being at Red Rocks. I don't know. I've been to so many Red Rock shows, and they're just on a completely different level than like if I were to go to Mission Ballroom or some venue here in New Orleans. Like Red Rocks just has this atmosphere and just like this.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. Also, I
Only-
really do like how it takes only 2 beers to get drunk up there because of the elevation. Like that is such a good plus.
Do you know? Have you heard the term "je ne sais quoi"?
I've heard the term, but I'm not sure what that means.
It means when there's something about someone or something that is really special and you can't quite express. You say it has that je ne sais quoi, which
But
means in
yeah,
French, I don't know what it literally means, but it means something like I don't know what or I don't know how to say. But it sounds better than just saying that. Je ne sais quoi.
je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
I've been learning a couple of French phrases down here, being
Okay.
in the Cajun French area.
Cajun, yeah.
My favorite is "ça c'est bon,"
What does that mean?
which means it's good. It's good stuff.
Um,
Yeah. Another
my
one is
daughter.
go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No,
No,
give me your second one.
okay, my next one is you have to say it a very certain way. You say "Toya, mon chat," and that means thunder, my dog. So if something's like really good, "Toya, mon chat." I say that in like a couple of times weekly.
I'm stealing that.
Please do.
I don't know how
And,
you pronounced it, but I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna
and
practice it until I can pronounce it.
if you want to say like not good, no good, you say "pabo."
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the effort of doing an insult in another language, but Thunder My Dog is fucking badass.
But it is badass. Like if you eat a good soup or something, like a good sandwich, and you just like don't know what else to say, you just scream that. It works every time.
I'm not sure I would say it about a sandwich.
Dude, sandwiches are some of the best foods ever. You
I
can do
forgot I'm talking to a cook.
you can do so much with a sandwich, man. I
Is
made this French onion dip sandwich a couple of days ago, and dude, that was thunder, my dog.
I believe you.
That was thunder.
I actually, now that I think of it, I have made some sandwiches and burgers that would rate that
Yeah.
personally. Yeah, I make a pretty mean grilled
No.
cheese. I have a
God,
question for you. As a professional cook,
go
is
ahead.
a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm glad we agree.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. A hot dog is a hot dog.
That's
Like it's
funny
a,
because
it's its own thing.
it's its own thing.
What makes a hot dog is the dog.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah, you, you know what I mean.
You can't really define it. So I actually was on the other side of that uh, argument for several years. I would ask people this at shows, and I'd have very long discussions, which always cracked me up. I had somebody at a show 6 months after I initially asked him, total stranger. He came up to me at a show 6 months later and just picked up the argument as if
What?
we had never. I actually had a hard time tracking what was going on. I was like, what is happening right now? And he was like, dude, 6 months ago at this same venue, you asked me whether a hot dog was a sandwich, and I have some thoughts on it. I was like, all right, let me hear it, bro.
That's why I love the scene so much. It's like nowhere else would that ever happen.
Absolutely not.
Nowhere else.
Impossible.
I bet you were so confused at first.
I was. I didn't know that person. I had no memory. I still have no memory whatsoever
Oh,
of that
that
person
is
from the first
hilarious.
time.
There are a lot of times that when I went to a show in Denver, someone's like, Jake! And I'm
Yeah.
like, you! I have no idea who they are. Because, dude, apparently, whenever I get into party mode, that I talk to everybody and I give out my Snapchat and my Instagram to everybody.
Sure.
And so, like a couple of days later, people will text me and be like, yo, are we still going hiking today? And I'm like, who the hell are you, bro?
Hiking? Like you made a hiking commitment and
Yes.
forgot? Are you still going hiking? You're supposed
I
to meet
did
in an
that.
hour. He's already at the trail. You're like in bed. He's like, bro.
Like, bro, where are you?
You're like, I don't remember you.
Like there was one time where, do you know our friend Braden?
I don't think so.
Well, it was at one show and I was like super drunk, and apparently I agreed to go out with him the next night, and I ended up staying up very very late that night, and I went to bed at around 2 p.m. Right? And he comes over at 6 p.m. and he's calling me. He's like, Jake, come let me in. And I'm like, bro, why are you calling me? I'm sleeping. He says, no, Jake, let me in right now. I'm like, oh, fine. So I got to go all the way downstairs. I let him in, go back upstairs, and he takes me to this show, and it was the best show I've ever been to in my entire life. Just turned it around. It was Jenga doing a rooftop party, and it was on the roof of this parking garage. And we went there, and there are so many people on this top floor of the parking garage. We're all jumping in sync. You can feel the floor like.
Wow.
It was so scary. It was very scary.
Sometimes you just gotta trust, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a great night. That came from something that I had no memory of.
To bring this full circle, the first time back at my first festival, as we discussed, I was just sitting around camp, just chilling. I was going to sit there all night because I didn't know any of the artists. You know, I'd walked by one of the stages. It just sounded like noise to me.
Right.
And this 6.5 foot tall, I think he's 6'7" actually, uh, guy dressed as Waldo walked into camp. He pointed at me and he was like, "New guy, we're going to see Delta Heavy." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What is that?" He was like, "Just follow me." And changed. He was confident and he was right. I still, to this day, they're still my favorite. So
And look at you now
right.
with the Delta Heavy tattoo. Hell yeah. And the dragon tattoo. I forgot about the dragon tattoo. Yeah.
Drum and bass.
That's
So
awesome.
for the viewers, Andy and Jake, Andy, my brother, they have respectively. Who has the bass? So Andy has drum, Jake has bass, and they inspired me to get this ampersand on here, which also happens to be a dragon. And so when we're together, we form drum and
Yeah.
bass, which is going to happen again in 5 months.
That's so long.
I know.
I
It'll
thought
go
it was
by.
in August.
It's the
So,
last.
so
It's always the last week of
yeah.
July.
There's another festival called Shambhala that's in it's in the UK, and that's at
Yeah,
the
I
end of
know.
August. It's at the end of August. And at first, whenever I first figured out that I was going to Shambhala, I looked up the date and I went on images, and they already had the lineup, and it said 2026 Shambhala, and I didn't look that it was the UK one, and
You're like,
it was people who I had no idea
yeah.
who they
You're like,
were.
what is
I'm
this?
like, what? There's no way. There's no way.
It's like Buttercup Parade. You're like, I
Dude,
don't.
yeah.
Or the headliners like Buttercup Parade. You're like, what is this festival?
Uh, but no, I'm glad because I went back and I looked at previous lineups, and I was very surprised.
They get some really really good people in there for the size festival that it is. They punch way above their weight.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get some Fives action, and then Fox Stevenson for
So
sure.
Vibes has been there the last 3 years.
The last 3 years,
So
I thought it was just two. Okay, cool,
three,
cool, cool,
three.
cool.
So I'm very hopeful because they were there in 2022. I actually heard the very end of their set. It was Fibes, Coven, Delta Heavy. No, sorry, Fibes, Delta Heavy, then Coven. And we walked in right as Fibes was ending. So they
Nice.
were there 2022 for sure. 2023 they were there again. Oh, that set was incredible. They opened for Sub Focus. Andy was there. Oh my gosh. 2024, and then they were here this past year too. So that's actually 4 years in a row. They'll
I,
definitely be back.
they're my all-time favorite DB.
Vibes is your favorite
Well,
drum and bass artist. Favorite
oh,
artist overall
no, no, but
is drum and
favorite
bass.
favorite DB. I remember it was this random video that you had sent in our DMB group chat, and I was like, "Huh, sounds like Fives." And you were like, "Yeah, it was."
That was Vibes
Yeah,
20 this past year, 2025.
yeah.
And that video is 4 minutes long. I don't even remember recording it or hearing what was going on in it, but it's at the very end is the sickest drop that I
Yeah.
contend is the sickest drop ever. It's the sickest one that I've heard personally,
That
live.
that yeah, that was a halftime drop, not drum and bass, right?
I don't. You're the expert. I don't even know what that
Yeah. No,
means.
I don't. So I don't think that second drop was drum and bass. I think that was like halftime dubstep.
So they're doing
Which
the well, it's a solar system, subfocus solar system, and then they let that air a little bit, and then they put the five spin on it with like they take it look a little bit wild. Oh, so good. I get chills every time.
I'm 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 gonna have to go back and watch that after this call because I kind of remember, but I love what Fives has been doing lately with their music. They're like straying a little bit away from drum and bass, and they're going towards 4x4 and halftime dubstep. Which oh dude, they're so good at it.
They're
They're amazing.
amazing.
They're
They're
amazing.
amazing at everything they do. And I love how they're a pair. It's two brothers. And
Yeah.
one they can both mix, but typically one will do more mixy and the other one will be like a
Yeah.
crowd hype kind of guy. Such a great combo.
Dude, a funny story about Fives. First, I've only seen them one time, and that was during the EDC pre-party. It was a pool, it was a rooftop pool party, and it was Fives, and then Delta Heavy, and then Boo was right after that. And
Oh, I wish I could have been there.
yeah, so it was me, my friend Tao, and one of our other buddies. And as the opener for Five was playing, and then we see Headaches like off in the corner, and he's just chilling, and we're like, "Oh my god, it's fucking Headaches!" And so it got to a point where it was a little bit like lull, and so during that time, I would always go around with a trash bag at my shows, and I would pick up trash.
So
So
just very quickly, this is another thing I really appreciate about you, and I've seen you do this several times. You'll pick up trash at a festival, which I
absolutely,
that ties into like your environmental values. I think that's just
exactly,
really cool that you do that.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you for that though. But so I went and I did one lap with the trash bag, and then as soon as I get back to where I was, my friends were like, "Holy shit, Jake, you missed it! You missed it!" And
Oh no!
they pulled out their phone, and it's them and X just like chilling right there. And then I'm like, "Oh my god, I cannot look at that right now." So I storm off.
Oh no!
I walk maybe 10 yards, and guess what I run into?
TEDx.
Fives.
Okay, even
I run
better.
into, and I'm like, this is the Lord doing his work right now. And I got a picture with fives. We chatted for like 5 minutes, and then
Are
I
you serious?
kept on picking up
5 minutes
trash.
is a long time.
Yeah, it was great. It was great because that was during the time where I was like super into D&B mixing. So I was like, we were talking about mixing for a couple minutes, and I was like, dude, I cannot wait for your set. This is my first time seeing you. And he was like, "Yeah, Del, I'm so excited for you to hear what we got." And I was front and center the entire time, just going crazy.
You got to send me that picture. I'll ask you for it. I'll message
Yeah,
you
yeah,
anyway.
I will send it to you. It's not a great picture because
Yeah.
I look very
You were
stupid.
just like, the
Yeah,
picture I got with sub focus at EDC is awful. It's really bad because I was trying not to bother him, because I knew he was on his way. His next set I knew started in 30 minutes, so I was trying not to bother. Yeah,
I feel like he's a chill guy. I feel like he's like super chill.
dude, sub focus.
Yeah,
He was
I guess all
100%
of them.
chill. He was not concerned at all. I could have taken my time, but yeah, I was
Nice.
just kind of insecure about it. Yeah.
So I do have a question for you, and Andy actually asked this question to me. If you could remove and add somebody to the worship group, who would you remove and who would you add?
That's such a good question. So, for the viewers, Worship is a drum and bass supergroup from England. They decided to combine their forces and take America by storm because drum and bass is not very the type of music that we like. One of the types of music that we like is not very popular in America. So, this is a drum and bass supergroup. They've toured all across America. They've increased the awareness of this genre massively, and we as a community are just so grateful to them. And they are worthy of worship. And you saw them at Red Rocks. I saw them here in DC. You saw them at Red Rocks. We both saw them at EDC.
Yep.
Convergence. So Worship is Sub Focus, who is the biggest name in this four-person group. I would not remove Sub Focus for sure.
Absolutely.
The number two is Dimension. He's also very big. He brought Worship together. He was like the driving force for it. Let me come back to him. Culture Shock, my personal favorite.
Same.
And uh, yeah, and then 1991. I'm not super big on him. I've seen him like 3 times in one set. Was good. So it's be 1991 for sure. Would be the first person to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Uh, and then I would want to, I'm thinking about my favorite artists, but they're all so good on their own, and I'm kind of over groups anyway, like B2Bs.
All right.
Delta Heavy would not fit in there. There's two of them anyway.
You don't think so?
Uh, no, Coven, Fox Stevenson. They just have such a unique style. I'll get back to you. I'll think about it.
Yeah. I personally think that Delta Heavy would fit in so well because the worship we have right now, absolutely fantastic, but they're more geared towards one type of drum and bass. I feel like Delta Heavy kind of it does a little bit more variety. So I
So
feel like
that's what I was thinking was that it should be someone who ties in with what they already have. I think
yeah,
he would just get kind of drowned out trying to add his own style.
yeah. I think he would be great in that. Also, kind of a wild card, but I think Headaches would be
I
so funny. Dude, imagine how funny that set would be.
I will say that if I could go to a worship show and get in, 6 to 10 Delta Heavy tracks in there, obviously that would be like incredible. Yeah, that would be great. Honestly, I think maybe they could benefit from being 3 people. Just cut. Sorry if
Oh
1991
no.
watching this, which I'm sure you aren't. Sorry, dude. I think the Trinity would be better.
I think that they need 1991 because I feel like if it was just those three, I feel like it would be too much gas. Like too much gas, not enough brakes.
I don't. There's not enough. Oh, Andy C. I could see Andy C. Going in there.
Oh yeah, good one.
So
Good
that'd be
one.
good. He's so
Yeah,
flexible. He's all gas though. He's more gas than all three of those
yeah.
others put together.
Who else is in that same category?
Be AMC. He's all gas.
No, I'm talking about more dance floor drum and bass, like sub
Oh,
focus.
dance floor.
Yeah,
I mean, Delta Heavy is definitely in there. They have a very wide range, but I would say that um, they are definitely dance floor.
yeah,
I'm trying to find a list right now. Uh, I don't know. These artists are all just so unique, you know?
yeah.
Um, but I would have said the same thing about Culture Shock. He is also so unique. Um,
Did you know that he has an album from like 2015? And it's a self-titled album, but it's screamo rock music.
who, K9?
No, Culture Shock.
Who did I say? Oh, Screamo?
Yeah, he has a screamo rock album.
No, I've got it. I've got the person I'd swap 1991 out for.
Who?
A Little Sound.
Over Aeon mode?
Again, Aeon Mode is just his own thing. The Aeon Mode, in my opinion, just one man's opinion, Aeon Mode's opener set at Red Rocks completely overshadowed the worship set. It was fucking awesome.
It
Pardon my
was.
friend.
It
I
was.
don't think it's Aeon Mode, same thing. I really, really like him. I think he would get watered down. A little sound it brings in a little balance, more representation for a
Yeah,
demographic that's pretty underrepresented, frankly. And
yeah.
she's just so like, she'd bring an energy. She it's the same vibe as 1991. Younger, little bit not as well known, a little more risk taking. Just bring like a little bubble, a little lift to it. But I like her music
And she's
more than
hot.
1991's. So uh, she's beautiful inside and out. I
Yeah.
do like her
Yeah.
music a little bit better than 1991. So that's my swap.
Yeah.
That's it. Final answer.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
I think my final answer would be I'm between Delta Heavy and Aeon mode. It's gotta be
Interesting.
one of those two.
I didn't realize you liked Delta Heavy that much.
I mean I'm not like the biggest fan, but I do enjoy them very very much. I would say top 10 drum and bass artists for sure.
Okay. Top 10. Nice.
Maybe like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But I mean I think that's still pretty good.
That's really good for
Uh,
top 10. Yeah. I would be hard pressed to pick my top 10. That's a very elite group.
yeah. And Andrew and I did our top 10s about a year ago. And I'm gonna get him to send it to me to see how it's changed. Because I used to
Just
have
for
say what?
just drum and bass or cross
No,
genre?
everything. I had maybe
Oh, across everything? I don't
yeah
know if I could
across
do
all
that.
genres. I had
That would
maybe
be really,
three
really
drum and
hard.
bass people on there, and the rest was dubstep.
That's a pretty good representation.
Yeah, I think I
Who were the
had
three? Who were the three?
well fives for sure. I think Boo was up there, and Subsonic was up there too.
Subsonic is so good. I love him.
I love Subsonic so much. But I think now Delta Heavy would be above Subsonic. Uh, there's this one guy that I've been loving. His name is Megumi. Megumi. And
Never heard of him.
he's like super excuse me. He's super small. He does dance floor D&B. I'll have to send you a few tracks. It's great. Cool.
Well, my friend, we've talked about specific drum and bass artists for 30 minutes. I'm sure every viewer except Andy has dropped by now. But I had an awesome time.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm going to stop the recording, but we can chat a little bit more after.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, campers. Sleep tight, and I'll see you around the universe.
Thank y'all for having me.